What's up, guys? Welcome back to HRT. This week, I have Tyler back again. Hi, Tyler.
Hello.
Big muscle man over here. I love that. What's up, guys? Welcome back to HRT. That's great. All right, how you been, Tyler? You were on, not last week, but 2 weeks ago. How you been since then?
I've been good. I've just been working. It's been annoying, but it is what it is.
You clean pools for a living, right?
Yes.
Down in Florida.
Down in Florida. Where the current high, it feels like 111 degrees outside.
Dude, that's whack. Here in New York, it's like 85, and I'm like sweating, so I can't imagine that.
No, dude, I'm cooking. My brain is fried.
Fried. But you get to be near pools all day, though, right? Is that only a plus? Or?
I mean, I get to dip my feet in sometimes, but only one customer has let me jump in.
You got to be real dick to, like, if you ask, like, can I jump in your pool real quick? I'm sweating to death. They have to be real dick to say no to you, I feel like.
Shut up, dude.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Pick him up. Pick him up. I want to see him. That's so cute. What's his name again?
Boji. It's from Ranking of Kings, the anime. I haven't seen it, but my roommates have, and they love it. His next name's Bojangle.
Bojangle. Wow. First cat on the pod. First kitten. Do you know how old he is or no?
I think he's at least a month at this point. He was super tiny when we got him.
When'd you get him?
A month ago. I have no idea how old this cat
You're
is.
You're so bad with dates, dude. You're terrible at it.
Yes.
yes, I am.
It's all the heat. It's just my brain's mush.
Hey, you got central air though? Up in that apartment? Hell yeah.
House, baby. House.
House. Slay, okay. It's a house. Word. At least you got central air. Central air. That's good. I don't in my apartment. So
what?
I have the window air conditioning. So, but it's only 85 here. So, but like 85 can feel like 100. I feel like. I don't know. Anyway, enough about the weather. Today I have a couple of topics that I want to talk about with you. I got three. Yeah, I got three. The first one I want to talk about, because we talked about last time you were on, we talked about top surgery a lot and like coming out and whatnot. This time I want to talk about shot day. Do you do injections for your hormones?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Are you intramuscular or sub-Q?
Sub-Q is just in the fat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do sub-Q.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Nice. Yeah. Cool. I'm intramuscular. So do you do it in your stomach then for sub-Q?
Okay, so they taught me to do it in my butt. Right. And I've realized over the years, I don't know what it is, if I'm just losing this flexibility, but I can't do that anymore.
Dude, I've tried to do it in the cheeks too. It's hard. I don't get it. I don't get it. I usually do it in my thighs because I can't make that turn. I can't do it.
No, I feel like I have to do like a whole routine of stretches before I just...
What I don't understand, though, is sub-Q is in the fat.
Yeah.
But isn't that a muscle, the butt cheek? The gluteus maximus?
Well, for my butt cheeks, it is all fat.
Honestly, I set you up for that one.
Yeah, you did.
That's mad funny. It's all fat up in there.
I am caked up.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know you did sub-Q. So what dose are you? Do you do it weekly?
I do it every 10 days. So it's like a little bit more than a week. And I do a 0.5 is my dosage.
0.5. So it's 10 days, 2 weeks. Yeah, right? Every 10 days is 2 weeks. Or is that
A little
14
bit.
days?
It's yeah, that's 14 days is 2 weeks,
Oh.
but I think it's like every like week and like a couple days.
Got you. And 0.5.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do every 2 weeks and I do 100 milligrams. That's all I know. I don't know how the 0.5 and then like milligrams measure out. I have no fucking clue. I feel like I should know.
Neither do I. I just know where it is on the syringe, and I go, "That's it."
Yep. And I can't use different syringes or else I get really confused.
You said, "Oh, this is a different number."
I can't do math. Are you kidding me?
I fill the whole thing up.
No, for real. What size needle do you use? Do you use like a big boy or a small little guy for sub Q?
For sub Q, I think it's like this long.
Homie, that looks pretty big.
This is actually above average in most cases.
Dude, have you ever used an 18 gauge needle?
Huh?
And
To inject?
yeah, dude, the first time I took my shot, I used an 18 gauge needle. That boy is thick and long.
Cody.
I had no idea what I was doing. It hurt so bad. I sat there bawling my eyes out. And I was
You're like,
alone.
I don't. Am I really trans? This really hurts. No, that's the one that they give you to draw the medication up.
Yeah.
And then they're like, change it. And you're like, no.
Yeah, no, like I thought I used the same one to draw up and inject. So I drew it up and then tried to inject with the same one. It was
that's crazy.
so painful. And
Hey,
like,
but you did it though.
I did do it. I cried, but I did it. But now I use this little stupid fucker to inject with. You don't know what size you use though?
I'm pretty sure it's 18 to draw up.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what size it is to inject, but
Probably
it's
like
like
22, 21 is what I use.
I was about to say 22, yeah.
Yeah. How are you with shot day? Do you like doing your shot or is it something you dread?
Well, when I first started, I was like, my medication was delivered late, so I was like, oh my fucking god, bro, I'm not gonna have my injection, and I'm gonna die. I was like, I called my mom and I was crying, bro.
Valid.
I was hysterical. And then now I'm just like, damn, I missed my shot. Guess I'll do it tomorrow.
No, for real. In the beginning, you feel like you miss shot day and it's the end of the world. And now, like, dude, my shot days is every other Tuesday. Today is Saturday. I took it last night. So my shot day was Tuesday. I took it at midnight at 12 p.m.
You said, I almost forgot.
Yeah. Yep. I kind of don't care. But like
I have it. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, does taking your shot make you anxious at all, or is it just like the injection itself? Are you scared of? Does it make you anxious to do it, or are you just whatever and just stab yourself?
It used to make me anxious because stabbing yourself is you can't stab yourself. But now it's mostly it feels more like a chore. Do I have to? It's and it makes me feel bad as a person because you work so hard and some people don't get access to this and you're sitting here bitching about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
You good over there?
My seat arm buckled.
Oh, my shit does that too. But yeah, I always feel like a dick for being oh, I have to take my shot. Are you kidding me? I hate it. I know that most people not most people, a lot of people don't have access to it, so I feel like a dick doing that. But I don't know. Also, though, I think I don't know. The fact that I have to take a shot every 2 weeks, I have to take time out of my day to stab myself in the leg, which makes me anxious as fuck. The fact that I have to do that for the rest of my life in order to be who I want to be doesn't feel great.
Whenever people ask me how long do you have to do this? I'm like, till I die, basically.
Till I'm 6 feet under.
Till I'm 6 feet under.
Sometimes I picture myself being I don't know, 70 years old, still stabbing myself in the leg. And I'm like, what am I? Should I do this? I don't know. Am I trans?
You borderline can't do it anymore. Your nurse has to do it for you. And you're still trans. I'm still trans. I'm 80 years old.
Dude, that's so funny. In like a nursing home one day. Nurse, give me the juice.
Give me the sauce.
Dude, I can't like picture myself being an old man taking testosterone. That's so weird to me. I feel like most people don't think that far down the line.
I don't think any of us really thought we would live that long to begin with to get old.
That's fair. That's fair. I can't imagine even being old in general.
No.
Like, I feel like I'm gonna clock out at like 40.
Mine was 30. I was like,
Honestly, I couldn't see past 20 for the longest time.
Same.
Do you like? Okay, so the injection itself, you said, doesn't make you anxious or anything anymore. You kind of just do it like it's nothing,
Yeah.
but it's like a chore for you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be skipping shot day all the time. It's bad. So, like, do you feel different when you take your shot? Like, physically, mentally, like, does it make you feel better afterwards? Like, do you notice any changes, like, immediately or no?
Not immediately. Honestly, physical stuff, I feel like my acne clears up a little bit on shot because like my acne will get really bad and then I'll have shot day and then it'll clear up a bit.
That's interesting. I've never heard that one before.
Yeah. And then, I mean, that's pretty much it though. Like mood is pretty much always the same. I can't like if it's been a while since I've skipped my shot, I find myself like irritable as fuck.
Yeah.
And like I cry easier.
The testosterone leaves your body, comes out in a tear.
It comes out in tears.
That's funny. No, because I've heard from a couple trans guys that, you know, if they, like, as soon as they take their shot, like, they just feel better about themselves, like, automatically. Like, they just feel good. And if they miss shot day and, like, they're a couple days late, their mood is terrible. And for me, I feel like I've never noticed a change in my mood. I feel like maybe when I started testosterone, like the first couple shots, maybe I was really irritable because it was new.
Mm-hmm.
Were you?
Yeah.
Do you think or no?
I just remember reading online that like I don't know if it was like oh, testosterone makes you angry all the time, and I was like scared that I was just gonna be some angry guy, and I was like, I am not angry, I'm fine. I don't know what you guys are taking.
No, for real. I feel like when you on like Reddit and shit, even TikTok, people make you think that like you're gonna go through all these crazy changes, and like for some people, for sure, I'm sure that's true. But for me, I feel like emotionally, I mean, like obviously I went through some changes, but emotionally, I don't think I really had a bunch of mood swings or anything.
No, I mean, I felt happy, to be honest. It was just happy,
Yeah.
like wow, this is finally happening. I've worked so hard to get here, and then
No, yeah. I guess for some people though, because like even when I skip shot day, I don't feel different. Like even when I'm a couple days late, like I don't.
No, yeah.
My mood doesn't really change unless I'm just straight up not noticing. Like I could be in my fucking bag and I just have no idea that it's because
like
I didn't take my shot.
other people are noticing like Cody didn't take a shot, and you're just like, I'm fine. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Y'all are whack. I don't know what you mean by that.
What do you mean? You just gaslight people.
That's bad, funny. Do you have like a routine when you take your shot or no? Like I have to play music while I take my shot, otherwise I can't do it.
Okay, I kind of do have a routine. I've never told anyone my routine before, but now I guess everyone who listens is gonna find out. But I always do it after work. After work, before I get in the shower, I strip completely naked for some reason. I get everything prepared. It's kind of bad, but like I take a hit of the nick and are you like you throw it like a dart, or do you go in slowly?
Throw it like a dart. Bro, I've never heard anyone say that. That's amazing. No, I think I go in pretty slowly. I'd be scared to do it. Do you do it like that?
No. I got you there for a second.
Slowly?
You were like, oh, this guy's throwing darts at his ass.
Please, bro. That's hilarious.
No.
I can't imagine just be like, bah!
Well, no, because like when they were teaching me how to do it, they're like, okay, so you can do it slowly or you can like, and I was like, people throw
I
it.
guess. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I've seen doctors like do stuff like that pretty fast with the injections.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that to myself though.
No, I need the control, but it's pretty. So I'm completely naked. The shower's on. It's steaming hot in there. I've everything's sanitary. I've used my little pad to wipe my cheek, and I inject my meds, and then I have to leave the needle in there for a second. For some reason, then I grab like the paper towel to like rub it around because that's what they taught me to do. And then I pull it out and I immediately just like I bend over the counter. I look so stupid and I just rub to like get the testosterone going where it needs to go. And I look like an idiot. And the day like I forget to lock the door and like someone comes in without knowing me there is the day that I have to go 6 feet under. That's it. I'm done.
It's so funny.
But no music, vibes.
No music, just vibes. That's hilarious. Well, I usually do it after my shower.
Really?
Damn it. Yeah, I usually do it after my shower, and I sit on the toilet because I don't do sub-Q. I do it in my thigh. I sit on the toilet, lid down. No funny business. And I draw it all up and shit, and then put it in my thigh. I don't rub it around though. I guess maybe that's just a sub-Q thing.
I think it might be, yeah.
Yeah, and then I need music playing. I can't do it in silence. It freaks me out if I do it in silence. And then mine's pretty normal. Most of the time I am also naked.
See, because like you're just fresh out of the shower.
Yeah. I will admit I am naked when I do it. That's nice. We all have a little routine though. Have you seen they have like I don't know, this like contraption thing where you like draw it all up, whatever, and
the
then you
auto
put
injectors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want to look into that.
I also kind of want to look into that, but I don't know if that's like I don't know if that's like something you need to get like given to you by a doctor, or if like I can buy that shit on Amazon.
I think you can buy it. I think it's pricey, but you can buy it off Amazon. I think I looked like a year or so ago. You can just fucking buy that shit. I kind of want to because doing my own shot doesn't make me anxious, but like I guess just like sitting down and then being like having it in my hand and being like,
Time.
okay, here's the moment I have to stab myself. And sometimes you don't know if it's gonna sting or not, because sometimes it stings, sometimes it feels like nothing, sometimes it's completely like, sometimes you bleed, sometimes you don't. Like, there's no telling what that day will bring for your shot day. Like,
Every time's different. You ever?
every time it's different.
What was it? Do you like? Because they taught me like when you put the needle in, everything's in. You draw up a little bit to make sure you didn't hit a vein. And if there's blood, you need to take it out and redo it. Have you ever like completely ignored that and just gone right through it?
Every time.
I don't have time for that.
I don't do that. They might have taught me to do that, but I completely don't.
I don't either.
Yikes.
Sometimes I'll pull it. I'll pull the needle out and it'll just be like just blood. I'm just like, damn, that's crazy. Do the thing anyway. Rub it around. All the medication's probably leaked out, and you're like, rub it around.
Dude, every single time I take my shot, when I take it out, when I'm all done, I pull the needle out. Trigger warning, by the way. This might be be a little much for some people, but I pull it out, and I swear to God, the testosterone comes out of my body. There's always some that comes out, and I'm like, no, go back in, please.
No.
You stay.
That's why I like immediately. That's why I like pushed it around, because I noticed that too, that it just comes out. I'm like, what the fuck? Go back where you're supposed to be.
I spend money on you. Get back in there.
Get back.
No, for real. Okay, maybe I'll start rubbing it around. Maybe that'll help.
Just get like a little napkin or something ready and just boop, 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 boop.
Boop, boop, boop. Stay there.
Good job.
Sometimes though, like I take that shit out. I think I've said it on past episode. Not too long ago, actually, I took the needle out, and as soon as I took the needle out, blood splattered everywhere.
Oh
Like
my God.
I said in the last or one of the episodes ago, like imagine projectile vomiting, but like blood coming out of my leg. It spewed straight onto the wall next to me and like down the toilet. It was awful. And I think I must have hit like a blood vessel or something. I have no idea. But like sometimes that just happens and I have no idea why.
Oh my God.
Have you ever had like a scary moment or anything with your shots, or no? Has it been pretty easy for you?
It's been pretty easy for the most part. I did have a couple of times where, like, when I was first starting again, that I was scared because, like, sometimes when I do it on my butt cheek, it'll be like a little bump, and it feels like hard. Like, what is that? So I was like, do I need to go to the hospital? Am I gonna die? Because I've seen so many horror stories, like, oh, T shot gone wrong, and I'm in the ER, and I'm just like, is this about to be me? But nothing ever crazy, like blood squirting out of my leg.
But like, I think I've had those moments where something scary's happened, and like, I think for most people, their thought process would be like, I should go to the emergency room. But I'm like, I think I'm okay.
You're like, damn, that's crazy.
Moving on. So when you started testosterone, what do you think was like the first emotional or physical change that you noticed, do you think? Because everyone says something different, I feel like.
I don't even want to say my first thing I noticed, because it was like the day I took my shot, I was like, what the fuck? I'm not going to say it. That's a Patreon exclusive if I've ever heard one.
I know exactly what you're going to say. If you want to know that one, find me on Patreon. We'll talk about it on the Patreon.
But I mean, after that initial thing, it was quite some time before I saw any other changes besides that one thing. So
yeah, no. If you want to know that one, HRT on Patreon. We'll talk about it on there.
We'll talk about that.
But yeah, I think a couple months go by before you really start to notice changes.
Mm-hmm.
What was like the first one that you noticed though? Like, was it like body hair or your voice or even like emotional things? Like,
so emotional definitely came first. I found it harder to cry. I don't know if that's just something everyone experiences, but I was just like stuff that definitely would have made me cry like before transitioning now doesn't. Like, bro, you used to yell at me. I was like, but now I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to?
Just turn into the full Hulk. Like,
I Hulk out, and I'm like, who are you talking to like that? Because it's definitely not me. But okay, so it was harder to cry, and then the chin hair started coming in. I was so proud of it. It was like 2 hairs right there. I was like, I got a beard. I got a beard.
I'm bearded up.
I'm bearded up. And then I didn't really notice my voice at all. Were you ever one of those guys that did like, this is my voice 3 months on T?
Yeah, I was. Yes, I was. I showed it in a past episode. I think I think around 4 months is when the voice starts to drop, and that's when I was like, "This is my voice." 4 months. Let me redo that. This is my voice. 4 months on me. That's what I sounded like.
No, I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna do that, and I never fucking did. I think it was like,
you don't strike me as someone who would do that. I'm sure you have videos though of like when before to start, or like, are you one of those people that threw away or deleted all videos and pictures of yourself since before you were trans?
I am one of those people that deleted all pictures and videos of myself since before I was trans.
That's okay. A lot of people are like that. See, for me, I feel like I can look at pictures of myself from like age 0 to 10. And then from 10 to like 16, I cannot look at those pictures. I can't.
Cannot.
No.
Nope.
I
Can't do
still
it.
have like pictures up in my house that my family has, and I'm like, oh geez, why are these up? But I don't know.
All the pictures that my dad and stepmom have in their house, I look like a little lesbian. And sometimes my stepmom will send me pictures of myself. Like she's just trying to share memories with me. Like, oh, look at how young you were. I'm like, oh, what is that?
I feel like most people don't, or I think most people in my life are scared to show me pictures of myself that they have from when I was pre-trans. Before trans. BT. That's how I look at my life. Or like BC before Cody.
Before Cody.
Yeah, I did do a voice video though. I stopped after a year though, because like, okay, I don't think it's changing much anymore.
I was hoping my voice is gonna get deeper, but I think this is where it's at.
Yeah,
This is where it's sitting at.
I think for me too.
And
Which I'm happy with.
Because sometimes I'll catch myself being like, is my voice still feminine? Because like, okay, do you do this thing where you're talking to men, right? And your voice is deep as fuck. But you talk to women and you're like, hi, lady. Hi. I'm non-threatening.
Yes. 100% yes.
Like customers will come out to me and they'll be like, hey, bud, what's up? And I'm like, hey, how you doing, sir? Oh, your pool's good. And then women will come out and be like, hi, girl.
Hey, girl, hey, what's up?
Hey, girl, hey, hi.
Don't feel threatened by me. I'm trans. It's fine. That's so funny. I do like the customer service voice too. Even like when I'm like ordering food through like a drive-through or something, or I'm on the phone with somebody, I do that stupid fucking customer service voice that I can't get rid of for the life of me. That's the only time, like in like my daily life now, that I'll get misgendered is when I'm over the phone or like ordering food or something through a drive-through, because I do the stupid "Hi, how are you?" Like, shut the fuck up, you fucking pussy.
I'm a man.
I know. So now, like every time I've been made so aware of it now that I'm like, yeah, I'll get a number 3.
Burger King foot lettuce.
Burger King foot lettuce. I forgot about that.
The chokehold that video had on society.
Oh, you do it really well. Wow.
Thank you.
You could be a voice actor, bro.
I really want to.
You should. You're very good at it.
Thank you. You know what's funny? I can't wait to tell my roommates that you said that, because they don't shut up about it. They're like, bro, you should be a fucking voice actor. I'm like, oh.
Dude, like, please, you have to.
Okay,
you can just do that though. Like, you can just like look up like voice acting and like, or you could go on Fiverr too. Sorry, getting sidetracked, but you can go on Fiverr and just like do voice acting for people.
That'd be kind of fun. Career change.
Hey, why not? Where were we? We were talking about like the first changes when starting testosterone. I guess voice kind of comes first at like 4 months, and then like body hair. Nobody tells you how much body hair you're gonna get.
I just started getting chest hair actually, and it's in the shape of the Batman signal for some reason.
So is mine.
And I didn't start noticing the chest hair until after top surgery. Like, it was kind of there, but after top surgery, it was like, finally.
Dude, me too. And I didn't get chest hair until maybe a year ago, and I'm like 7 years on testosterone now. Like, it took 6 years to get that chest hair.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, that's great, the chest hair, but I need this to fill in, please.
Yeah. Even the face took probably around 4 years to really fill out.
Yeah. I'm still missing patches.
Yeah, me too. It still doesn't grow in the way I want it to. For the longest time, I wasn't aware that I didn't have to shave all the way down. Like, I could use a guard. Like, for at least 5 years of being Cody, I had no idea that I didn't have to shave all the way down.
That's crazy.
My story.
Lately, I've been rocking the stubble on the sides and the chin, and then just full on mustache.
Dude, I rocked the pedo stash for a long time without even meaning to. I don't want to shave it off, but it looked bad. So apart from what changes happen first when starting testosterone, I wanted to talk about changes that aren't talked about enough, no matter what time they come in your transition. And I talked about this on my Patreon a little bit. So if you want to hear more about that, another plug for the Patreon. But a little something is, I think, when, and let me know if you agree, that when you come out as a trans guy, at least, the whole point, right, is to come off or flow through the world as if you weren't trans, like you're cis, and you want that, and it's typically what most trans guys want. But when it really starts to happen, I think for me, when I really started to be perceived as a cis male, I was like, do I like this? Is this what I wanted? Because, like, if you think about it, like, it goes back to, like, the voice thing when, like, talking to women, like, you try and make yourself seem like you're not a threat, because I don't want to be, like, I don't know. I want to flow through the world like I am cis, but I also don't want to be another cis guy. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah, no, I get it completely. Like, you want to be like, yeah, I'm a guy, but I'm not a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Because typically they are pieces of shit. And, like, I don't know. I think that is the first, like, mental change that, like, you really have to adapt to when starting testosterone, at least. Because I
Yeah.
guess I'm saying when you start hormones, just because that's when you typically start passing as a cis male, and people start to perceive you a different way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, because, like, I've heard a couple of trans guys talk about how, like, if I were to walk down the street at night and there was, like, on a sidewalk or something, and there was a woman walking in front of me and she crossed the road to get away from me because she was afraid of me, I feel like every bone in my body would be like, I'm trans, it's fine. I'm like,
trans.
I'm trans. Like, don't run from me. It's okay. I won't hurt you. I'm not a threat. But, like, that would, if I said that, that would go against, like, everything I've worked hard for, in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, I still want people to know sometimes that I'm not a shitty little cis man.
Shitty little cis man.
But yeah, I feel like that's the only mental thing that I had to go through.
Yeah. That sounds about the same. Because, like, I want to pass and everything. And, like, the way I dress definitely seems like I'm, like, a piece of shit cis guy. But then you talk to me and I'm like, yeah, trans.
Trans. 110% trans.
Trans.
I loved that. That was my favorite. So I guess moving on to our second topic today. I talked about it a little bit in episode 2, I think it was, which I was also wearing the same shirt for. But
That shirt and that yellow shirt, you wear a lot.
Yeah, I do. I remember my podcast episodes by the shirts that I'm wearing. I can never remember what number we're up to, but I remember, like, oh, episode 2 I was wearing the tan shirt. Episode 3 I was wearing the yellow shirt. Like, that's how I know. But I wanted to talk about dating as trans guys, or as trans people in general, and because I've gotten a couple comments too on TikTok about how the dating life in general for trans people is harder. Do you think you would go as far to say that dating for a trans person is generally harder for trans people rather than cis people?
Honestly, yeah. It's from my personal experience, it's hard. Yeah. Especially on, like, dating app and stuff. I go back and forth between putting trans on my profile and not, because I find myself getting less matches if I put trans there.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I don't want to hide that part of myself. So, like, people, like, do talk to me and then I'll tell them and then immediately ghosted. So I was like, fuck, okay. It doesn't matter the conversation we were having. It doesn't matter how good it was or how the vibes were. Like, as soon as I'm like, hey, by the way, I'm, like, trans, immediately, like, gone. I'm like, oh, fuck you too then.
Dude, that's so fucked up. See, like, that's, like, an internal struggle. I've thought about that too. And I feel like I I want to put it in my bio that I'm trans or something. I don't really use dating apps, but like if I were to and whatever, I feel like I don't know. I'd want to put it in because I don't want to. I want to like filter away all the people that don't like it from the jump or like don't support it from the jump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I would do it. But
Yeah.
for somebody to completely just like stop talking to you altogether just because you're trans is that's fucked. That's
Yeah.
messed up. I do think that dating life is harder for trans people 100%. And even I think the biggest struggle for trans people, at least trans men, because I feel like that's all I can really speak on, is because I think even breakups are harder for trans men, for trans people. Because I guess I've said it before, but like throughout a relationship, because it's scary enough for us to be in relationships and feel like we're enough, especially if you're dating a girl who's typically straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's hard to always feel like you're enough. And then when you break up and then they move on with a
A
cis
cis
man,
guy.
I like I'm sorry, but like it's different than if you're like if you're in a cis relationship because we have to
Yeah.
now be like shit, I wasn't enough and you're seeking out something you actually want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not fun.
No.
It's even worse if you get cheated on too. With
I
if
don't
she,
think I've been. I was cheated on, I think, back in high school, but I'm not gonna count high school relationships. Those are fucking bullshit.
that's true. I mean, I feel like you can count them, but like,
I'll count one, and I fumbled the bag on that one. I told you about that one. I fumbled that bag hard, but she's happy now, so that's all that matters.
did she move on with a cis man? Did you say?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, shit's hard to go through, and like I
Yeah.
feel like cis people don't realize that, and like breakups are hard in general
Yeah.
for anybody, but I don't know. I feel like trans people struggle harder with feeling like they're enough in general. So like
Yeah.
going through a breakup like that is hard, especially if you get cheated on. Don't cheat on a trans person. Don't do it. I think you're the scum of the earth if you ever. Like you're worse than a cheater. Like because well also like do you think that it's your partner's job to like because I know that some trans guys think this that like is it your partner's job to ease your dysphoria or like make your dysphoria better for you?
I don't think it's necessarily their job. Like that's not why they're put on this earth. But fuck, no, it's not their job.
No, I agree
That's
with you.
like,
It's not
yeah.
their job. It's not anyone's
It's,
job to make you less insecure. It has to come within yourself. You know what I mean?
no, they can help you get through stuff, but it's
Yeah.
definitely not their job to be like,
Yeah. Because I know a couple trans guys that are like, you know, you have to be with somebody who's like extremely reassuring and can help your dysphoria. And like, well, yes, in any relationship, you want somebody that is going to make you feel good about yourself. It's not their responsibility to be in charge of your dysphoria and
yeah.
easing your dysphoria. That's your job to work through. You don't make that anybody else's fucking problem. I hate it
No.
when trans guys think that, to be honest. I kind of hate
And
it.
then they put that work on someone, and then that person is like, I don't want to do this anymore, and they break up, and then that guy's like, fuck,
And then
now
you're
I have to
lost.
deal with my problems. Like,
Exactly. And then you're lost and you don't know what to do. And that's why it ends up hurting so bad too. Like,
mhm.
I don't know. Like, you should definitely be with somebody who obviously loves and accepts you for who you are,
Absolutely, yeah.
but definitely like you can't rely on somebody to make your dysphoria go away. You can't. And I know a lot of trans guys who do that. It falls into the category thingy of like you can't love anybody until you love yourself type of deal,
Yeah, absolutely.
you know? But even if you do love yourself and like handle your own dysphoria, I feel like you still I guess not depend, I don't know a better word, but like depend on your significant other to help. Because like I guess a relationship is like supporting each other and making each other feel good, you know what I mean? But like that's why it hurts so bad when they move on with a cis man, because you spend the entire time in a relationship being like, I am enough for this person, I am enough, and then they cheat on you or they move on or you break up, and it's like, huh, was I though?
Was I?
Was
Yeah.
I though? Do you think in relationships it's like important for you to feel masculine, or like is it important for you for both people to fit into those gender roles, or no?
It's important for me to fit into that more masculine type gender role,
Right.
just because, like, I mean, I'm a man, so I've worked really hard to be seen and perceived as that.
Right.
But for my partner, whoever I'm with, I don't care
Right.
what the role they want to take. If they want to take I mean, I like women, but if they want to be a masculine woman, then that's fine with me.
Right.
Muscle mommies.
That's bad funny. Because I thought for a long time that like and I still kind of do, that like I didn't care too much about fitting that like I'm the man in the relationship role, because like I always thought like it doesn't matter your gender, you could do whatever you want. Like if I have a girlfriend who, I don't know, is the one who builds things and fucking uses tools and like takes the garbage out, like go you, bro. Like hell yeah, like I don't care. I never cared about that, but then like I don't know, I guess as time goes on, I've realized now that doing those things, not taking the garbage out, but like I mean like just fitting that masculine role more has helped with my dysphoria more. So I think I spent a long time not realizing that about myself, which was cool, I guess, now that I do. I guess the little things matter is what I'm trying to say. Oh, do you know the saying, and again, I've talked about this before, but I like to get your perspective on things. Do you know the saying, trans guys are the best of both worlds? How do you feel about that one?
I think it's kind of funny. And I'm going to sound like a bad trans person and a bad, like, but I mean, I don't want to say it's kind of true, but it's only true in the matter of fact that, like, we have the same equipment as most cis women. So it's just kind of like, you look like a dude, but you've got the equipment. So, like, if that's what you're into, I guess it's the best of both worlds. But at the end of like, I'm not a kink, so you can't.
Yeah, I think that is where the line is drawn. Is like if you're looking at it like a kink or a fetish, then you're fucked up and weird. But also, I think it could also mean like you're the best of both worlds in the sense of like
the mental stuff.
Like, on the more on the emotional side, and can understand your feelings. We lived half a life the same as you.
Yeah, I mean? Absolutely. That's more where I lean to when I hear that like trans guys are the best of both worlds. It's like, oh, I understand how you're feeling, and like I can act accordingly instead of being a cis guy being like, why are you being such a bitch right now?
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%. I think last time I talked about it on the podcast, I think I was a little afraid to be like, not that I agree. I don't want to say that like I'm the best of both worlds, but like I don't think it's made me dysphoric as it's made other people dysphoric. Because even on TikTok, I've seen people be like, "No, don't say that about trans guys. It's not fair. We want to be looked at as cis men," which I could get, and like it's not fun to hear, but to me, it makes sense in my head. You know what I mean?
It makes sense. It's like if someone random came up to me and like, oh, so you're the best of both worlds, they'd get punched. But if it's just like honestly, like I joke with my roommates and they're like, it's so. I mean, it's funny. I find it funny.
Yeah. I find it a little funny too. All right. So the last topic I want to talk about today is trans health. And this is actually something that I have not talked about yet really on this podcast. Maybe a little bit. but I think at least we can talk about it from a trans guy perspective. I can't speak on trans women, but trans health and how it's hard to get fucking looked at by a doctor,
especially
if you're trans.
Yeah, especially a doctor. Like, it might not be hard to get looked at by a doctor, but a doctor that has experience in trans people.
Yeah, who's well versed. Yeah, because like I don't know. Personally, for me, I have been out for probably fucking I don't even know how long, since 2016, and it's 2023 now, and I have never, not once, been to a gynecologist, and I don't plan on it.
No. For a point there, I had a friend who was giving me permission to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
They were gonna go to the gynecologist because they were having problems with their anatomy. It was like almost like a chafe situation, and just like it almost felt like a UTI, but it's something called, I think it's BV.
BV.
Hold on, I'm Googling.
Fact check.
Bacterial, I'm going to say it. Bacterial, trigger warning, vaginosis. Condition that happens when there's too much of a certain bacteria. So as trans guys, I saw on a folks thing that said that we lack certain enzymes in our anatomy that help keep everything in balance. So they're having problems with that. And then it was getting to be such a problem. It was just like pain when they walked around. And then, but they didn't go to a sorry, go ahead.
They didn't go to a gynecologist?
No, they didn't go to a gynecologist. There's actually there's two things. There is a product from, I think it's like Good Health or something. It's called The Killer. It's a suppository, and it's purely boreatic acid.
Damn.
So, yeah. So don't eat it because you will die. It goes.
Got
yeah.
It.
Are we tracking where it goes?
We got where it goes.
Okay.
I guess that helps.
Yeah. It's just like an overall, like, clean it out.
Okay.
Without. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just asking, is that, I'm guessing it's from taking testosterone.
It
like messes with the enzymes and whatnot, I guess.
Yeah.
I act like I fucking know. I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like trying to look for the Folks article right now because they sent it to me, but I can't find it.
Folks is really good with trans health. Did you start getting your testosterone from them yet?
Not okay. So I signed up and we had our meeting, and then because I live in Florida, I still have to go and find the what is it called? A doctor and a what's the therapist that can prescribe you medicine, but they're not a therapist?
Psychologist.
I have to go find one of them to make sure psychiatrist.
I'm an idiot.
But
so you have to go to a psychologist. Help.
I have to go to a psych guy or a girl.
Psychiatrist. So you have to do that first. Okay, got you.
Yeah, and then they can. Then she was like, "Then I can give you everything, and we can get going."
And that's just because you're in Florida, right?
Yeah.
I never had to do that. That's just whack.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
I apologize.
Folks is very good at, like, because that's where I get my testosterone from too, and they email me all the time.
Yeah.
Sending me all things about trans health. They're because they know that it's hard for us to even like know things about our own bodies, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I never even heard of that
BV.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
Yeah. So the homie was like, I did this thing. It was awful, but it helped. And then now they take this even worse thing. It's called Good Girl Probiotics. Because it's not advertised for us. It's advertised for cis women. But it just so happens that it also helps us out in the long run. Probiotics. So... Well, yeah, what that basically does is it just like replaces the enzymes. It's like a daily supplement thing that you just take, and it helps with that. Like it's the irritation down there, especially like if you're having that issue and it just hurts and everything. Like it might not be a UTI or anything like that, but it's like still uncomfortable for you, and that helps. That said that helped him. So
wow.
he says he does the killer about once a month. And then he just takes it sucks. I think he ended up crossing out good girl and put good boy. It's a blue bottle, so it's like good boy probiotics.
No, like
So
as he should. Like it should be for branded towards trans guys also. Like I don't know. Cuz I bet you there are so many trans guys out there that experience the exact same problem or problems that are similar or worse, and nobody knows what to do about it because imagine being a full man that looks like me or looks like you or fucking looks like Buck Angel. Like imagine one of us walking into a gynecologist's office. Like going to the gyno for any cis woman is hard enough. Like that's just not a fun process for anybody. Imagine being a man having to do that with everybody staring at you and shit. Like you can't blame me for never going to the gyno. Like you can't, because I won't. Like, and how did your friend even like find all that? Just from Google?
So actually, well, it's one of our mutual friends. So another like cis girlfriend that we have was telling him about it, and because she has that problem just in general. So she told him about it, and then he was like, "Holy shit, this is phenomenal!" It's funny because he was telling me, he's like, "I make her go buy it for me. Like, I'll give her money and make her go buy it because the last thing you want is like." It's like the same thing when you go to buy like menstrual products, like tampons or whatever. It's like you make your you make them like, can you ruin this for me?
No, but like that's a good friend though too. Like that's a good friend. Because like even honestly though, if it was branded towards trans men, I would have no problem going to buy it, like from a store, like CVS.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like
this is gonna help me in the long run. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. I think if you are a trans guy who has the balls to go to a gyno, though,
props to you, brother.
To you. Like there needs to be a gender affirming care facility, like in every goddamn town, because I'm sick of this. I am so sick of it. Because even myself, I have like, so I get really, really, really excruciatingly painful cramps, and it's from taking testosterone, from being on testosterone for so long now. I think it falls under the category of atrophy, I think that's how you say it. And they happen randomly. I can't tell when they happen. Like I had them 2 nights ago, where now I probably won't have it for another 2 weeks, and then I'll have it again, and then maybe in another 4 weeks. Like it's completely random, but it's so painful it makes me want to die. And the only way for it to go away is if I get a hysterectomy. And that's all good and well. Like I haven't gotten a hysterectomy yet before the cramping, because I for some people that makes them dysphoric, knowing that those organs are inside of them. Yeah. But for me, I can't see it. I don't care. It doesn't make me dysphoric. Have you gotten a hysto or no?
No. That when I got top surgery, he like mentioned it in passing, like, do you want to get hysterectomy? It's the same healing time. I was like, is insurance going to pay for it? He was like, probably not. And I was like, then no.
Honestly, like, yeah. But a hysterectomy is the only thing that would make it go away. Yeah. Because atrophy is just like, I think it's just like stiffening or some shit. I don't know. But it hurts like a bitch. Yeah. And that's the only way it would go away. And it's like, okay, fine. I'll get a hysterectomy. But then it's like, oh shit, do I want kids one day? Yeah, I do want kids one day. Do I want my own biological kids? Yeah, I kind of do. Can I even have kids, right? Like, can I even have kids? I've been cramping for like 2 years now. Can I even have kids? I don't know. And I'm only 24 years old. I am too young to make these decisions. So I'm just living with these cramps, not knowing what to do. And I only know that it's atrophy because of my people at Folks. She pointed it out to me, but also like I strictly from Google, from fucking Reddit. Like I didn't go to a gyno. Like I just figured this out on my own. Like I self-diagnosed.
Why go to gyno when you can just go to Google?
For real. And like I didn't even know it was a thing until I looked it up on like YouTube and saw that other trans guys are dealing with it, like, and it's like a real thing. Like, I had no fucking clue. Like, I thought I was lactose intolerant for like 2 months. I wasn't having any dairy, and I was like, why isn't this working?
See, I had that same problem, but I actually am lactose intolerant. So as soon as I stopped doing dairy, I was like, oh, I'm good.
Dude. Ugh. But yeah, see, like, that's something that, like, I could have figured out a long time ago going to the gynecologist, but I couldn't go there.
It just feels so unwelcoming.
Yeah. I'm like, you're telling me a fucking gyno in my bumfuck fucking town over here is going to be well versed in transness? No.
You're telling me a gyno here in Florida is gonna be well fucking versed?
Yeah.
No.
No fucking way. But yeah, like, if we had a gender affirming care center or something, like, I would go. I would have known this years ago. I would have been able to figure out if I wanted to go through the process of, doing the whole freezing thing, so that I could start that before I started testosterone and then be able to have kids in a couple of years. But now I'm like, okay, if I want to think about having kids in the future, I now need to come off of testosterone and start that process so that I can have kids in a couple of years. Where I don't, that process of like freezing eggs and shit is brutal. It's brutal, and I don't even know if it would work because I've been on testosterone for so long now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Fucked up. And like, even going to the regular doctor is not fun because they're not well versed either.
I refuse. I will not. I do not go see a regular doctor. If I have any medical problems, I'll either ask my people like who do my HRT, or I will literally just die and suffer from it. I will not go to a regular doctor.
No, because like, first of all, I went to a regular doctor not too long ago, and she was like, have you been to the gyno? Have you done all this? And I'm like, no. And she's like, well, you really, really should. You really should. And I'm like, I hear you, but you don't fucking get it. You don't get it. Stop pretending like you do get it. Like, I know it's hard, but you have to. Okay, bitch. Fuck you. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't want to hear it. I don't know.
That reminds me of so the last time I did have to go to like a regular doctor once, so I lied. But the last time I went to a regular doctor, because I was like, they were like, list your medications, what you're taking. So I was like, I take testosterone. He goes, you got low T? Are you like, you have like ED? I was like, no, I'm trans.
Yeah, they have no fucking clue. Like, that's not even their first thought in their head. I don't know.
It's like,
I don't get it.
It's like, he was like, are you good? Like, how long? I was like, bro, I'm fucking trans. Like, I'm not for nothing, but it says F on that gender marker right there. It's like big bold letters right on your piece of paper. And you asked me a dumb question?
I had to go for a physical when I started a new job one time, and somehow they had my information. I didn't tell her. Like, this is a doctor's office I had never been to in my life. It was like far away too, and somehow she saw on her computer that I was taking testosterone and that I had top surgery, but she didn't know what top surgery was. So she was like, what surgery did you get? What is this? And I was like, top surgery. I'm trans. She goes, what? What is that? What does that mean? What are you? What are you? And I'm like, top surgery? Like, hello? And I had to explain what top surgery was to a doctor, to a full physician. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is why trans people don't like fucking going to the doctor or the gynecologist, because these doctors are not made for us. Like, I don't know. It's not fair. Not fair.
It's not fair at all.
What are we supposed to do?
And it's quite annoying. Yeah.
Every time I have a pain, I'm like, well, this is it, because I can't go to the doctor. Like, yeah. And then like, even Googling shit is hard, because Google will just be like, you're dying. Like, you're gonna die. Like, sorry,
this is it.
Rip.
Write your will right now.
That's literally all Google does for you too. So us trans people are just out here vibing, not knowing what to do.
Unmedicated in vibes.
Fully raw dog in life.
I was talking because I had that thing with folks the other day, like the introduction thing, and she was like, "Oh, like you diagnosed with them?" I was like, "Oh, depression, anxiety." She's like, "Do you take anything for that?" And I dead ass was like, "I'm raw dog in life." And She was like, what the fuck? She was like, okay. But in her face, she was like, did this kid just tell me he was a raw dog in life? Fully unmedicated.
Coping with humor, I see.
That's why I'm so funny, bro. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm the funniest in the fucking room.
Hey, you know what they say about the funniest? They're the most fucked up. They have the most trauma. That's what
I love
funny.
it.
What was her reaction? Was she just like, ha ha ha? Or was she like, okay?
She did like a
little sympathy laugh.
uh-huh.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, moral of the story. We need more gender affirming, because I think you could go to like Planned Parenthood, I think, sometimes, and like do that stuff, and they can act as a gyno, but that's no better. That's no fucking better. I don't know. I know I used to go to an endo. I think she used to be like, you know, we can do those tests so you don't have to go to a gyno, which was nice. But other than that, I feel like trans people, I don't feel like, I know that trans people, we deserve doctors too. Like, we are humans. Can we be treated as such? That would be nice.
Doctors that are well versed in our area, because like we're not new.
No.
Trans is not a new thing.
We've been around for a long fucking time, longer than you think. And it's now 2023 and these things still aren't a thing. Hello? Like what?
Yeah.
I just think every doctor should take a class on trans people and then come back and be like, okay, we're ready to help. That's what I think.
Yeah, and if you're a doctor who's not willing to take a class on that, then you shouldn't be a doctor.
You should get,
because your job is to help everybody.
you should get your doctorate taken away, because your job is to help humans and you're not. So fuck you.
Loser.
Loser.
Loser. I accidentally did the middle finger when I went like this. So it was like this.
All right, I think that's a good place to stop. Tyler, thank you for coming on the pod again. We're gonna have you on again soon. Of course, we're gonna have you on again. Tyler, what are your handles?
Instagram, Tyler money sign, the money sign word spelled out.
Yes.
TikTok, also Tyler money sign. Everything's Tyler money sign, baby.
Slay.
You can find me everywhere except Twitter, because it's not Twitter anymore.
Dude, what is that about? It's X now? I don't get it. It's weird. I hate it. It's ugly. No. Fuck you, Elon Musk.
Fuck you, Elon Musk.
Okay, yeah. And make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram at HRT Podcast. I drop videos every day on Instagram and TikTok. And here, I drop videos every Tuesday. Find me on Patreon at HRT. And honestly, in the comments, ask me questions, and I will answer them here and on Patreon. And yeah, that's about it. I will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.